Welcome back inside the studio for another edition of Two Up Front, presented by Sports Radio America. I'm Baxter Colburn.
And this is Simon Provan.
All right, Simon, it is time to chat a little bit about the women's game, and we have a fantastic opportunity to speak with Western New York Flash midfielder and U.S. Women's National Team midfielder Samantha Mewis this afternoon. Sam, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for taking some time today.
Hi, guys. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Now, we need to get the formalities out of the way right away, Sam. Is it Samantha or is it Sam? That way we don't mix things up here the rest of the broadcast.
Sam is great.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, Sam, we are excited to have you here on the broadcast, and we know that the Western New York Flash are a fairly highly acclaimed team in the NWSL, and we're curious to know your thoughts about the upcoming season for the team.
Yeah, so I'm super excited. I just got here on Wednesday, and we got right into preseason, and most of the team has been here a couple days longer than me, but we have a new coach, Paul Riley, who came from Portland, and we have a lot of new players who have been on different teams in the league or who are rookies, and I think it's like a complete turnaround from last year. I think there's a lot of new faces and a lot of people who are going to have new ideas and new things to contribute to the team, and I'm just really excited. I think we have a great opportunity in front of us to do something really special this season, and it's great, and I'm really looking forward to it.
When you talk about having a guy like Coach Paul Riley on your team now, that's certainly a name that carries some heavy weight in the soccer nation, especially when everything he did with Portland as well, and having him come to the Western New York Flash certainly raises some eyes and some eyebrows saying, oh, well, this should be a pretty good team this year. We had a chance to speak with your teammate Adriana Leon last week, actually, and she was very complimentary of the team and how everything is starting to look going forward. Now, with preseason and everything taking place, I've heard that you guys have two-a-days and stuff coming up fairly soon, too, so how's your body feeling? You had off-season, now you're moving towards that. Is everything seeming like it's moving forward in a proper direction for you?
Yeah, it's been an interesting off season for me with all the things I've had going on with the national team. So I came in a couple days late, and I feel good going forward. I think I came in and we had a couple two-a-days. We had some fitness testing, and we scrimmaged against West Virginia. So my body's feeling good, and we have a day off today, which was really nice. I think for everybody who had a long week last week, but I think the communication between the players and the coaches concerning our bodies and the physicality of all this in preseason and all the hard work we have to put in is going to be super important. But Paul and the rest of the coaching staff seem really open to listening to how we feel, and we're starting to implement some new techniques and ways to communicate that and ways to make sure that we're staying on top of everything so that we can avoid injury and things like that. So I'm feeling good, and I'm really excited about going forward and getting my body in the best position possible to perform.
Yeah, speaking of the national team, Sam, what a great way to prepare for the upcoming NWSL season by playing in the She Believes Cup, playing against some of the top teams in the world. So you got a couple of goals under your belt now. I'm just curious whether the pressure to contribute right away starts to go away now, or do you always feel some pressure when you're out there putting on the red, white, and blue?
Yeah, I mean, playing at such a high level and representing your country, I mean, it's such a huge honor, and I'm still pretty young to be doing that, and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and of course always wanting to contribute and wanting to feel like you belong out there and wanting to feel like you've earned this opportunity to play for the USA. And I think, it's scoring a couple goals has been so great and super exciting for me, and I hope that I can continue to do that. I want to impact the team as much as possible, and I want to contribute as much as I possibly can, and there's always going to be this nagging need to contribute to the team, and you always have to earn your place, and I don't think that's ever really going to go away. It kind of just makes you want it more, and it revalidates the fact that you're there and that you want to keep being there. So it's been super exciting and great for me, and I hope that I can continue to get opportunities to play with the national team.
Talking with Samantha Mewis here on Two Up Front, U.S. International and Western New York Flash attacker. Now, Sam, you mentioned the fact that even as good as you and other ladies might be on the team, the upcoming tournament is the Olympics, and we're going to even see some ladies that were part of the World Cup team, which, as we all know, won the World Cup and was incredibly successful, not make that roster, which is kind of surprising, but with the World Cup, it's a smaller roster, and as you mentioned, it's that tighter competition. Do you have a general idea yet, or has Coach Ellis at all even hinted that you are in consideration to go down to Rio?
No, I really have no idea. I mean, I hope, obviously, and I'm doing everything in my power to put myself in a position that I'm available for selection, but I really don't know, and it would be like such a dream come true to even be considered to go, so I'm just really trying to keep my body healthy and perform as best I can at every opportunity that I get so that I might be considered to be a part of that roster.
Speaking of that roster as well, you have a sister that plays in the league, has spent some time as well with you in the red, white, and blue. Do you two, have a little off the field competition going with each other all the time, or obviously trying to make each other better to get called up to the national team?
I mean, it's a really unique situation to have two sisters who get to play professional soccer in the same league, and I think, like, I'm Christy's biggest fan, and I think that she's my biggest fan, and it's so cool that, I mean, I get to play against her when she plays for the Breakers, and she gets to come here and play against us, and I just think we make each other better all the time. We're very supportive of each other, and I think that growing up, we were pretty competitive. I was always comparing myself to her and always following in her shoes, and I think that that's put us both in a really, really great situation, and I look up to her so much. I aspire to be like her still to this day, and I really think that her influence on me has made a big impact on why I am where I am, and I just think it's great that we're both able to pursue something that we've wanted to do since we were little kids.
Yeah, I've got three older brothers who back in the pre-MLS days, even a little bit into it, had all played together on the same professional soccer team back in the A-League days when we used to have that league. So it was fun for me to sit there and watch the three of them play together. So I know how cool that can be, and it's it's great too to have these younger girls who may have sisters as well, to see them push each other in a healthy way, and that they've got the Mewis sisters to look up to. So that's really great. I think Baxter's got a question for you here. Turn
exactly.
It back to him.
Yeah. No, it's definitely cool to see that. I know a lot of folks from where I am down in Florida as well. A lot of sisters that play together and have really helped make each other continue to grow. Now, I'm curious, Sam, since you are an attacking player and you've appeared 8 times for the senior national team, you scored 2 goals in 8 games, which is not a bad ratio to start off your career. That first goal that you scored, though, for the United States, that very first time that you scored for the senior national team, I understand the game was kind of pretty far gone. You won the game 10-0, but it was your first goal. What was that feeling when you capitalized on that chance?
Yeah, it was really exciting, obviously. I think, as you said, like, we were already kind of winning 9-0.
Yeah.
I had actually just missed what some people would call a sitter. I blew one over the top of the goal by 30 yards from pretty much the PK spot. So it was pretty bad.
We've all done it. It's okay.
I know, but I was kind of kicking myself about that, and in my head was just there's only a couple of seconds left. I mean, we might as well. So I kind of took off and shot, and it went in, and I mean, it was so exciting. I obviously wouldn't change a thing, and it was really, really cool, and kind of funny how excited my teammates were for me when we had clearly kind of already won the game. So it's a great memory to have. I mean, it's kind of a funny story, and just obviously really cool, and something I had wanted for a really long time. And, it was great. It was really exciting.
Sam, you've racked up quite a lot of accomplishments, especially, just looking at your bio here in 2014, named all Pac-12 team each year of your college career. You named a finalist for the 2014 Mac Herman Trophy Award, ESPNW's National Player of the Year, All-American, first team All-Pacific region. The list just goes on and on and on, and then you're picked number 4 overall in 2015, which I'm sure that's an honor in and of itself. Do you have a favorite moment from your college days or a favorite moment from your first year in the NWSL that you'd like to share with the listeners?
So UCLA, I mean, was unbelievable for me. It was just an all-around great fit, and I have some of my favorite memories. I made some lifelong friends there, but my junior year in 2013, we won the national championship, and it's kind of indescribable, but it's just something that so few people get to do, and one of those things I'll never forget, just celebrating with my teammates, and something that we had worked so hard for and been through so much, and just winning that game and knowing that we really deserved that, and and that we had done it together was a really special memory for me and something I'll never forget.
No, I know. Seeing videos of post after you guys winning, I know Sydney LaRue still holds you a little jealous about that. She's like, of course you guys waited till after I graduated to finally win a national championship. But hey, a national championship is still a national championship, and UCLA, as we know, is one of those top prospect schools that has produced a lot of fantastic professional players. Looking ahead now, Sam, as you mentioned, I mean, you've gotten some time with the national team. You've got the upcoming NWSL season as well. Is there any team that you've got coming up this season, or maybe another player in another team that you're looking to really do battle with at all during your time in the league this upcoming season?
I'm really excited to play against everybody. I feel like I have either a friend from school or a friend from the national team or my sister on the Breakers, and one of my best friends also plays on the Breakers, Steph McCaffrey. So I'm really looking forward to playing against Boston. I think we play them in May, I think. But I mean, it's always really exciting to play any team. It's fun to travel to Portland and to play there in that great environment. And we play Kansas City, our first game, April 16th, who are the defending champions of the league from last year. And every team really has like a new challenge that they bring us, and every time we travel is a new opportunity to see how other teams like run their program. And I just think all of it is great, and it's such a fun experience for me and something that I hope this year more people get on board with.
Absolutely, yeah. And you mentioned, though, too, with this upcoming league, I mean, it's really exciting, and you've got some big challenges right off the gate as well.
Right, which, again, you've accomplished many big challenges. You've been part of the U.S. national team program all the way back to the U17 days for yourself. You have any players that you looked up to when you were younger and still take things from them and try to add into your game at all?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about those, that like 99 Women's World Cup team, and you think about like Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy and Michelle Akers and that mentality that they had, it was this never say die, we're going to win no matter what mentality. And I remember watching that 99 World Cup and obviously all the World Cups and Olympics since then. But I think that group of women, I mean, I had a poster of Mia Hamm on my wall growing up, and as I got a little bit older, Abby Wambach and Carly Lloyd and all the girls that are on the team now. So it's crazy for me to go and train with them and get to kind of feel like I'm a part of their team now. And I look up to all of them so much and everything that they've done for the game. And I obviously try to emulate what they do every day. And it's something I'm going to have to work at for a long time, I think. So all these women on the national team are like great role models and great people.
Do you still have those posters on your wall now?
No, my parents repainted my room.
Oh, okay.
So the posters aren't there anymore.
Did you? I'm assuming now, in your travels with the U.S. national team, you probably had an opportunity to meet some of those ladies, as you mentioned, that were either from that World Cup team or are still probably around the team and all. Was there a mixture of professionalism but also fangirlness as well when you got to meet people like?
Oh my gosh! Even still, I posted this on my Instagram the other day. My jersey was hanging up next to Becky Sauerbrunn.
Oh wow!
In the locker room, and I wrote on my Instagram, I was like, I am on this team for this game, but I still feel like a fan, and
yeah,
it's an honor to see my name next to hers. I don't feel like it belongs there yet. She's so such an incredible player in person, and so iconic for our sport and our country that I feel like I need to earn that. And of course, I mean, I've worked really hard for it, and I think that someday I'll really feel like I belong there. But right now, I'm really still just trying to keep up with them in practice, and that's such a challenge, and it's such an honor, and it's really, really cool for me as a player and as a fan.
Well, it's obvious, though, too, and I can tell just through our conversation, you seem like a very genuine person, and it's obvious that you have a level of drive and desire to be the best that you can, but you also have a nice level of respect as well, and you're like, look, I know you ladies have worked really hard ahead of me, and I'm going to do the best I can to be here, but I also know that I can, maybe go out there and kick some butt too if I need to, it's awesome that you have this great fine balance between the two teams. So, all right, Sam, well, we really appreciate you taking some time today out of your busy schedule. It's been an honor and a pleasure to speak with you, so thank you for taking time here on Two Up Front this afternoon.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
You are very welcome.
Thank you, Sam. Good luck this season.
That is
Thank you.
Samantha Mewis from the Western New York Flash and U.S. Women's International Team. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got more exciting action here on Two Up Front. Stay right here and don't go anywhere.